Monday night, or should I say Monday morning? There we go. Just waiting for some peoples to pop in here. Here we go. What's going on, transient? Good to see you. You in Arkansas? Just chilling tonight. Thought I'd just hang out before a busy Monday. No, it shouldn't be that busy for me, to be honest. Louisiana. Baton Rouge. New Orleans. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. What's going on, Joseph? Good to see you. Welcome. Having some single malt tonight. Wasn't originally gonna go on, but I said, what the hell? I'm kind of bored. Let me just stay up a little bit. Just chill out with some stackers. Oh, that's some good stuff. Hey, what's going on, Avocado? Good to see you. Welcome. Oh, man. How's everyone doing tonight? It's all right. Not too bad. I got most of my smell back. My taste, starting to come back a little bit, but can't really taste too much. It's getting there though. I'm doing pretty good though. Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing really to tease about though. I'm still a little sick, so it's just kicking my ass, this thing, man. I got that long COVID, so yeah, it's wreaking havoc on my body, so kind of sucks. Uh, he lost 400 on the Ravens. That could have been a tenth of an ounce of gold right there, transient. Just got off, drank 2 IPAs. Nice, nice. I don't really care for IPA too much. I mostly like lagers, but I mean it's all right. IPAs, I don't really mind. Lagers are my favorite though. I remember when I got COVID right before my vacation back in 2021. Yeah, the first time I got it, um, I was taking huge amounts of vitamin C because I didn't want to get a cold or the flu or anything. It was during the end of 2019, and I was working for an Italian company, and there were a lot of people from Milan coming in to the office, and unfortunately, that was a hot spot for COVID back then. And I was in a small room full of about 30 people, and pretty much everyone in the room got sick, but I felt a little under the weather only for a few days. I was in relatively decent health, and like I said, I was taking massive amounts of vitamin C every day, so it was literally like a little cold I felt for a few days. The girl behind me was out for a few weeks, and a lot of people were out for a while, and we didn't realize it at the time, but yeah, that's pretty much my first exposure to COVID. And the first time I got it, it really didn't affect me that well. I mean, it didn't affect me that much. Then I got sick when I left there. I don't think it was COVID. Um, and then I definitely got it at least probably the second time a couple years ago, in the summertime, and then this is like my probably my third time getting it. So yeah, sucks. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight too, but I probably gained some or most of it back already. So yeah, I'm just I gotta hit the gym anyway. Try to get healthier so I don't get sick. I keep getting sick a lot this year, unfortunately. But I'm gonna start to change what I eat and try to cut back on this stuff a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Mm. Yeah, that's the only good side effect of getting sick is you lose weight if you are trying to lose weight. Yeah, and that's the thing. Those GLP-1s, I don't, you know, when your body is losing weight, that's a sign that your body is sick. So these GLP-1s that they advertise where you lose weight, it's not healthy for your body. If you're losing weight, that's not healthy for your body. If it stops you from craving food, that's one thing. But if it also somehow, I think it sends signals to your brain that you're full when you after eating not that much food. But I just I just don't know the long term side effects of these medicines. I would never take them, to be honest. Yeah, that was 2019. Yeah. Yeah, I only had it for like a few days when it first came out. I don't know. It really wasn't too bad. That's good. That's good avocado. That's how I used to be. I used to not get sick um, that often, but lately I haven't been taking care of myself. So, yeah, it sucks. Oh, thank you, RC. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got Krugerrand from South Africa. Mr. Paul Kruger. Got their 50 pesos for Mexicano. Mexico. And we got a platinum platinum Liberty from the US. Yes, sir. These two are approximately 90% gold. This is 1 ounce. You see, 1 ounce fine gold. But the coin is mixed with copper to harden it. The same with the 50 centavos. It's also hardened with copper. This is about 1.2 troy ounces of gold. So yeah, and then platinum is just platinum. It's just pure platinum. 1 ounce. Platinum does not tarnish, so this coin should never tarnish. Oh yeah, yeah. Check what year it is, avocado. Save up for that, man. I'm telling you, it's it's one of my favorites. My top three favorite coins. I think I still like the 20 pesos better, but this is a close second for me. Yeah, let me. You should. Thank you. I appreciate that, RC. Yeah, let me. You should find out what year it is. The 50 pesos, because the 47 is the restrike, and then every other year is a non-restrike, pretty much. Um, so yeah, if you could get a non-restrike, that'd be awesome. I want to get one too before gold hits 4,000. It's crazy. What the hell is gold at right now? Mm. What Kitco, right? That's what I use. I use Kitco because a lot of dealers use Kitco if they're honest. I know stupid AppMix has their own chart, but Kitco is the most accurate because they take it. I think it updates. It's basically like in real time the price. I think it's the most accurate price. So gold is down very slightly. So is silver. Platinum's up a little bit. Palladium is up. So we'll see what PMs do this week. Yeah, no, Amex is very far off. Their prices are very far off, and they charge a high premium too. So it's like a double whammy. Their price is high, their spot price is high, and their premium over spot is high. So yeah, I don't particularly buy from AppMex. The only day usually that I buy from AppMex is on Black Friday because they actually have some. I wouldn't say sometimes you could get some decent deals, but I would say pretty much average prices for uh, a good bullion dealer instead of being jacked up. So that's probably the only day I would buy from AppMex, unless it's something really hard to get that you can't get and you don't care about price. Price is not an option. Then I'd go with AppMex. But other than that, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, just go to Kitco's spot prices, and then just go to AppMex. Here, I'll go here now. I'll show you AppMex, and let's see what their spot price is. Okay, so AppMex's spot price for gold is 3,603.30. Okay, and Kitco's spot price is 3,586.30. So that's a 14. Wait, I'm a little 86, 96, 06, 20. That's a $17 difference. Okay, so Kitco's spot price is $17 lower than AppMex is. So it's $17 more if you want an ounce of gold. And if you compare some of the prices AppMex charges, go to bullion exchanges, for example. Okay, bullion exchanges charges spot. You can look at their spot price as well and see how much they charge for a coin compared to AppMex. And I'm sure it's going to be at least $50 more, a minimum. So yeah, I wouldn't trust it. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I mean gold has been up. It's down a little bit, like $3, not much, but yeah, now gold is up $1. Yeah. I mean it fluctuates, it changes from minute to minute. So um I did actually buy some stuff. Mm, I bought some silver, surprisingly. I bought some more silver this weekend too. So I'm gonna release a video in probably this week. Show you guys what I bought. I'm starting to release some videos now that I'm feeling better. And yeah, I actually bought some stuff last night. I did actually buy a little bit of gold, but I'm mostly buying silver surprisingly right now. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with gold right now, to be honest. I asked a lot of people if they're buying what they're buying, and a lot of people are still buying gold surprisingly. And I've noticed that when the price does go up, a lot of people start to buy gold because of FOMO, which is probably the worst time to buy gold, but maybe not that bad because if they do buy it when it goes up, it is gonna go up again in the future. So it might not be the worst time, but it really depends. Should you have bought it before it went up? Of course you should have. Hindsight is 50-50, but honestly guys, gold is always going to go up. So the longer you wait, the higher the cost of it is going to be. So do I think gold's going to fall back a little? It's possible, but I don't know. I haven't looked at the fundamentals if there's any resistance with gold right now. I think a lot of central banks are starting to hoard gold. I posted a video in the tab, the I forgot what tab it is, um, but there's an interesting video that the U.S. has created $550 billion in debt in the past like month. So very interesting. ITM Trading Inc. These two women, they talk mostly about gold and precious metals. Very smart women, very knowledgeable. So yeah, I know Avocado checked that video out, but yeah, $550 billion the U.S. debt increased in the last 30 days. So when there's a lot of uncertainty, and also they talk about the stock market a little, how the stock market, the prices for stocks are the highest that they've ever been. So this is kind of this is kind of like a situation that occurred in 1929. It looks like what's going on right now, but who knows? Who knows? And now I'm going to start to invest in the stock market again with this new job. I got a 401k, so I don't know what's going to happen. Show the silver. I ordered some online mostly. I did buy something at the flea market on the weekend, so you'll have to just wait a few minutes, a few days for that. Hey, what's going on, Tiger? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Bitcoin isn't digital gold. Bitcoin is just a bunch of ones and zeros on a digital ledger. So yeah, I've studied blockchain technology. I know how Bitcoin and in general blockchain technology works. Um, I actually do have friends who work for Ripple. I don't really tell them that I'm into precious metals, so I don't know. I'm not really that close with them, but I do know some people very high up in C-level management in Ripple. It would be cool to interview one of them for my channel, but I don't really. One guy I don't really talk. A couple of them I don't really talk to too much. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool though. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I don't know. I'm just chilling tonight. Started a new job, and I'm not really doing too much right now. I'm just doing a little bit of training online, so I don't really have much work. I'm getting paid pretty much to do nothing until next month when I officially, I'm gonna be doing some actual work. So yeah, I can't complain. Uh, I don't know if you did, unless you did a video on it. I don't remember seeing it, Avocado. I love Libertads. I don't have I have one 5 ounce proof Libertad from, I think it's 2016. Beautiful. And my guy gave it to me for a really amazing price. I think I paid like $200 for it because he had actually gotten it from back then, and he had it all these years, and he still made money. I think when he got it, he only paid like $100. So he he doubled his money. He's like, you could have it for 200. I was like, okay, no problem. I'll take it. So yeah, I got a really great deal on that, and I'm just very fortunate that I started stacking when I did. I mean, I keep kicking myself for not starting sooner, but the reality of the situation is when I started stacking, gold was like half the price that it is now, or less than half. I remember gold less than $1,800 an ounce. I remember it in the 1750, 1780 an ounce. And I bought a lot of my, well, I didn't buy a lot. I mean, I bought a large portion of my, well, pre 33 especially. I bought when it was much lower. I focused mostly on pre 33 when I first started stacking gold, because those are the first gold coins I got were pre 33. So I did a video early on. I think it has like 13,000 views. I think it's my most viewed video. So if you're interested in learning a little bit about pre 33 gold and what to look for when you buy it, I think that's a pretty good guide to watch. But you know, I made the video, so I'm a little biased. Can't believe it's tripled since I started buying gold. Yeah, man, it's crazy, right? I bet that thing was like $500 or something. I was like, probably more. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Cryptocurrency versus mining stocks. I mean, what? It's like that. That just sounds like apples to oranges to me. How could you compare one? It's complete. They're completely unrelated. Cryptocurrency versus mining stocks. Like how does someone make a comparison like that? How does someone make a comparison? One is digital. The other, it's not really physical anymore. It also is on digital, but it's actually backed by something. It's not just um, made up currency. It's actually backed by real physical assets, mining companies. So yeah, no, I can't make that that sounds like too far of a distinction to me. Cryptocurrency is not backed by anything. At least if a company goes out of business, they could file for bankruptcy if they're in the US and some other countries. Um, and usually it's backed by real fiat. So crypto is not backed by anything. There's no one backing crypto. So I got out of crypto in 2016 or 20, no, 2017. I haven't invested in crypto in about 8 years. Am I sorry I didn't keep some of the crypto? Of course I am. Am I sorry I didn't buy Bitcoin in 2012 when my friend told me to buy it at $8 a share for Bitcoin? Of course I'm sorry. He's a crypto multi-millionaire right now. He's sitting he's sitting at home in his huge mansion in Canada right now, and I'm still working. So yeah, of course I regret it. But hey, look, if you want to invest in crypto, more power to you. I'm not saying not to, but crypto's just not for me. I have my reasons, and you know, I have my opinions, and I understand not everyone agrees with me, but I just feel crypto is just a pump and dump. Honestly, there's nothing to support it, and I think one day a lot of people are gonna really lose their shirts, and I think crypto's gonna just crash. I honestly believe that it's gonna crash one day. But that's just my opinion, guys. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just rambling on. You're getting tired. Yeah, we live and we learn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, 12 hundo. 12 hundo. 1200 an ounce. Wow. I remember when gold was 1200 an ounce. It was like in what, 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. I remember that. I remember when it went over 1,000. I had been following gold and silver prices for a long time, since I was a kid actually. I remember when silver was like $7 or $8 an ounce, and gold was probably, I don't know, somewhere like $600 or $800 an ounce. It was like 600 something an ounce. I went to Chinatown to my there's a guy who sells watches, and he also sells coins. So I was talking to him, and I showed him my um, my buffalo, my proof buffalo from 2006, and he he was telling me about it, that he got a whole pack of them back then. They used to come in the sheets. Um, they come in like these little plastic holders. They're basically kind of I don't know how I can't. If you've seen some of the maple leaves, in those little plastic holders, you know what I'm talking about? The packaging. That's basically how the buffaloes came, and I think they stopped that in around 2012 or 2013, somewhere around there. So they actually used to package them in plastic wrappers, and he was telling me when they first came out how much he paid for them. He had like I think a whole sheet of them, and I think I said, what did you pay, like 800 for them? He's like, nope. He's like, spot was, I think, like $600, and he was paying $650 each for a buffalo. And he said, I think they came in sheets of like 10 or 12, something like that. So yeah, he used to have a whole, yeah, exactly, lollipop holders, like the prospectors. That's how they came. And I think he said they were like 650 he paid for them. He's like, yeah, he's like, I just paid like $50 over spot for them. He's like, I got a whole sheet of them, so really interesting to hear that. Nickel, STFU, and stack. Silver, PMG. What the heck is this? I gotta check out your channel. Alright, I just subscribed to you. Cool. I'll have to check you out. Hey, what's going on, Nickel? Good to see you. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much, avocado. Hey, what's going on, OC? This is how you missed the coin crew this morning. J Lo, you bounce around. Yeah, I didn't stay too long for Mr. and Mrs. West Texas's live stream. I was kind of I was kind of tired. God, there you go, OC, just for you. Hey, what's going on, Sherry? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, that's basically how they came. The buffaloes. I was just saying, they basically came in the lollipop wrappers for the first, like, at least like 6 years. They came in like those lollipop wrappers. I think it was kind of like the proof and uncirculated coin sets from the U.S. Mint. Some of them were blue and some of them were red, depending on what it was. I think the red is probably proof. The blue is like uncirculated buffaloes. So you could still find some of them in those packets. People still have left it in those packets, and they're probably not. It's probably a good idea to keep them in that because they're pure gold and they're not gonna really tarnish or oxidize or anything. And they're very prone to scratching. It's not the best holder to keep it in, but um, I think they're kind of like shrink wrapped almost, if my memory serves me correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't claim my phone. What are you talking about, Joe? Wow. My tracker said it was free and clear. What are you guys talking about? Picking up 11 more Krugs on Wednesday. Nice, OC. Congratulations. Take a sip, man. Oof. Mm. Yeah, I'm waiting for my new phone, so hopefully the picture will be a little bit better when I do my next live stream. So I don't know, Joe. You keep talking about your phone overheating, man. You gotta seriously get a new phone. Like, just get like the most basic model you can get. Because if your phone is overheating, man, you got some problems with that phone. I am gonna. I guess I'll be entitled. I was looking into that nickel, and I'm not entitled to it yet. I think I'm gonna maybe ask someone as the project gets closer because I'm probably gonna get a phone, company phone separately. But I just bought one for my own personal use. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get one for business probably. I was looking at the phones they have. It's pretty much like the newest phones they have out right now. So um, I'm probably I use Android. I like Android, so I'm probably gonna get an iPhone. Maybe I'll see, like an iPhone 17 or something. So we'll see. I don't know. Same phone that Capital Currency used when he first started his channel. Damn. Yeah, mine is old, man. Mine is old too. That's why I don't know if it's that. I don't think it's that old, but it definitely needs to be upgraded. You got a flip phone, Joseph. You got a brick phone. Oh man, Nico's still using a flip phone. I used to love the Razor when it first came out. You're a Luddite. Yeah, I used to like the Razor back in the day. Mm. And then it came out with smartphones when I was in college, and my roommate got one, and I thought it was pretty cool. I checked out when the iPhone came out. I know one of my professors actually got it like the second day or something it came out, and yeah, it was pretty cool. He's like all pumped up and stuff about it. What do I know about what? T-Mobile Sidekick. Oh man, I remember that back in the day with the little with the little flip thing. Um, it like flipped out, right? The screen or the keyboard or something, right? I didn't have. I mean, I had T-Mobile at one time, but I didn't have the Sidekick. But I think what the keyboard came out or the screen came out or something on the Sidekick. I remember those days, man. Remember those days. Yeah. Toast to you, brother. I have a cold brew for you. Oh, you do? Cheers. Cheers. I'm drinking scotch tonight, so yeah. Yeah, man. I remember the first time I sent a text message. It was in the early 2000s. I had this little candy bar phone, this little Motorola candy bar phone, and I had AOL Instant Messenger, and I was messaging my friend on there. I had I had downloaded the app, or I think it was not. You didn't download. It was like pre-installed or something. And every time I sent a text, it would cost money. So I didn't realize that. I was like, I was like, I thought it was free, because it was just like a messenger, like instant messaging. Remember, like so every message was like a quarter or something like that. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I didn't really rack up more than like, a few dollars worth of messages, but still. Remember when you used to pay for minutes? You used to pay for minutes. So each plan you had a certain number of minutes you paid for. It wasn't like unlimited data. And then kind of later they had well, when I had the Razor, I mean it wasn't like a smartphone, but it was, you could still go on the internet. It had like a browser feature, and they didn't really, I don't think they really charged you for data back then, but yeah, I don't know. I don't remember really. Can you reach to the video I sent you, Nicole? I remember the first time I got on the internet back in 1989. Damn, transient. Damn. Wow. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you used to have that modem, right? And you used to have to dial up, right? That's pretty cool. The first time I went on the internet, I think it was in 1995, I want to say, or 1994. And I think it was, I think it was on my aunt's computer, and she had AOL, played that dial-up noise. And then I think like the same year or like a little later in the year, they got the internet in the libraries. So I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. Go on Yahoo's homepage. I remember, and yeah, I remember those web pages, man. They're just like, there's nothing much on there. You go to like some web page, you do a search on like Yahoo or Netscape Navigator or AOL or something like that. You go to like, it's like a just like a blank HTML page with like some JPEG image on it or something. I remember those days of that internet. Yeah, I was like in the mid 90s. Yeah. And then and then I remember instant messaging. I like that in high school and in college. Like AOL instant messenger. AOL instant messaging. I think they ended that. I think it was like 10 years ago, and then they just recently stopped dial-up service. AOL. So no more dial-up for AOL. Yeah, and then they used to give those, yeah, AOL, and then they used to give those stupid discs where you could like try AOL for 500 hours for free or something like that. Yeah, it would be nickel, right? It would be. I used like MSN, so I still have my MSN email from back then too. So yeah, but yeah, AOL. I mean, I mostly, people use like Gmail mostly now, but yeah, I still got my MSN email, and I remember AOL. I don't even I don't even know if I have an AOL. I probably still got an AOL email, but I don't know, maybe they might have deleted it by now. Because once they got rid of Instant Messenger, I stopped, checking that. Sip to you, thanks. Nickel was still paying for dial up. Damn, Nickel. Shit. How many hours a month you could go on the internet, Nickel? how many hours? How many hours you paying for? We will go back and look. STG saying, "When I grow up, I want to be a banker." No, I never said that when I was a kid. I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was a kid. So, there's some connection to precious metals right there. Gold Express card. No, it's not gold, nickel. It is um it's green, okay? It's just a standard corporate card. It's not like and that's not even like the best one, man. My friend has a gold card, you know? It's like, yeah, you gotta earn that, but the black card is the one that, you know, where you're crazy rich, where you're buku rich. I wanted to be the rich guy from Jurassic Park as a kid. Damn. Yeah, no, I was always interested in rocks and minerals and stuff because I went to the New York, no, the Natural History Museum here in New York, and they have an exhibit on like gems and minerals. If anyone ever comes here, I highly recommend you go to the Natural History Museum. It's probably that and the Museum of Art are my favorite. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, those two are my favorite. But I guess the natural history is probably my favorite because of the gems and minerals exhibit. And when I go there today, I mean, it's like almost exactly the same. Yeah, they switch out some gems and stuff, but I mean, it's like world class gems. They have radioactive, like they have like radium and stuff like that. Like they turn off the light. They put like a UV light so you could see stuff like light up. It's really cool exhibit. But yeah, that kind of, I guess maybe my interest in minerals and precious metals started from an early age. See, it's only a green card, nickel. It's not a gold card. A Trump bot? Who's a Trump bot? You used to be a Trump bot, I thought. Yeah, have all my own dinosaurs. Yeah, the Natural History Museum has dinosaur bones too. I used to love the dinosaur exhibit. Uh, Indiana Jones. You wanted to work on robots? I never really. I mean, I've built stuff before. I used to study engineering, and I built a few things before, but I never really want to work on robots. I never really had that desire. Got to know 200 languages to be it's C3PO. Yeah, San Diego has SeaWorld, man. I heard it's so beautiful, SeaWorld. I heard it's like one of the best places to go if you're in San Diego. Go to SeaWorld. Hmm. When I get 50 subs, I can go live and show you guys. How many are you at? Let's see, man. Sub up, avocado. And my advice, avocado, don't go on there drunk. Oh, come on, man. He's at 46 subscribers, guys. Come on, let's get avocado to 50, man. Come on. We could get him there. We could get him to 50 tonight. Let's do this. Let me drop in the link if I could get it in. I hope that works. Yeah, there we go. Sub him up, man. Sub him up. Get avocado to 50 tonight. That's my goal. Oh, you got two already. Two more, man. Don't go live tonight though, cause I'm on. Just go. Let me know in advance when you're going on. Yeah, my pleasure, avocado. You gotta show that proof, Libertad, when you go live. Nice, nice. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, avocado likes the bottle more than I do, I think. So I'm sure by tomorrow, I'll give you a shout out when my show is done. I'm sure you'll have at least 50 by tomorrow. So cool. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, thank everyone. I appreciate it. uh, you mean the wrench, Nicole? Because I can't speak politically, but as far as the wrench being blue, yes, we are all blue wrenched. A World War II carrier. What are you talking about? World War II carrier. Oh, the Midway, the Midway. Yes, I know in Pearl Harbor. Yeah, the Midway. Okay. Who the hell is OCD2? Who the hell is that? What are you talking about, Nicole? I think you got OCD. Yeah, SeaWorld, man. I would love to go to SeaWorld someday. Every person who has gone there, who I've spoken with, they can't say enough good things about SeaWorld. He gained a stalker. Who gained a stalker? Let me see what's going on here. I got a chicken friend that can get me in for free, huh? Okay. I have a year pass to SeaWorld. Nice, nice. USS Midway's in San Diego. Nice. Hey, what's going on, Mo Silver? I thought it was in Pearl Harbor, but what do I know? Yeah, my mother was younger, they had just opened Disney World in Florida, and it was like dirt cheap back then. My mom used to go like almost every day. They bought like a season pass. It was like dirt cheap back then. You know, now it's just like ugh, it changed so much. And when I went down to my aunt and uncle who live in Central Florida, they they actually they live in like a retirement community, but they knew a guy who was working part time, and he actually worked for Disney World. So it was really nice of him to he gave us some passes, and he basically drove there because he was going to work, so he gave us a lift, and he gave us passes to get in, and he gave us those express passes where you don't have to wait like 2.5 hours for the ride. We basically just waited like 15 minutes, so it made it a lot more enjoyable. But the only caveat at the time was that the only park that was opened was, I think it was Epcot. So I didn't see the other parks, but I did get to see Epcot. And you could basically spend the whole day just in one park there. So yeah, I had a great time. And it was around Christmas, they had like um, decorations, and they had like a fireworks show at nighttime. So it was really cool, really nice. What's going on here? Let's see. Downtown San Diego. I think she. Most Silver, yes, I'm telling them. Once I hit 50, I can go live since I'm in San Diego. Yeah. I could show you guys a lot of things too, Like I've gone live in the Diamond District at Bullion Exchanges. And people always tell me like, "Oh, you're in New York City. You could just show videos of like all these like places and stuff." And I don't want to do that, man. I'm not trying to get subs or anything or a few hours just from, you know, a lot of stuff that doesn't have anything related to do to precious metals. I want to just focus on mostly precious metal. Yeah, I'll post stuff here and there of some scenes of New York City and stuff, but I rarely do that. So, and if I do, I just do it as a short, So, if you want to see New York City, you can see tracks. Yeah, I used to work like a couple blocks from there, and I would pass by there every single day, pretty much. And he was never in there. I'm telling you guys, he does not. He's pretty much probably doing like big deals. He doesn't stay in the store all day just waiting for people to come in. He's probably like traveling all over to like he probably takes like jewelry with him and he flies like all over the world selling people like really expensive stuff. That's probably what he does. So he's probably like never in his store. He just when he does film, I'm sure he's there for like 5 minutes. He goes on the street for like 5 minutes and just like gives out like asking people questions and giving out like PMs, and he probably does that for like 5 minutes and then he's like done. He just like goes go fly somewhere to sell some jewelry or something. But yeah, I've never seen him. I've seen I've watched a couple of his videos. I've seen a couple people from the videos, but I haven't, I would just pass by there in the morning and look inside, and on my way home from work, because I have to take the subway, so it's like right near the subway, his store. So yeah, some folks don't or can't see the type of things. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Why not? It's not to show off or anything, but it's just fun times. Yeah, that's why I like going to bullion exchanges. Like that time silver was at like a 13-year high. I decided to turn in a couple hundred ounces of silver, and so I just happened to like go live, from there and show people what bullion exchanges has in their window. That's pretty much like 90% of what they have for sale in their store. They basically have like 99% of the items off site for security reasons, and there's a huge police presence there in the Diamond District. So there's no way. Usually, like maybe once a year, someone does it like a brazen robbery, but it's like I think they really beefed up security in the last few years, since those like smash and grab stuff happening all over. So it's a very secure area there. So I think it would be very difficult to do that without people getting caught now. Nicole said to watch AOC videos. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Hey, what's going on, Renee? Good to see you. Welcome, Silver and Cigars. Good to see you. I saw AOC in 2016. Okay, I used to work in downtown Manhattan, and I would take walks. Sometimes I'd walk up to 14th Street, um, which was probably a nice 40-minute walk, 45-minute. No, it wasn't that from 14th. No, it was like 25, 30 minutes. And so from there, from where I worked. So I passed by this Mexican restaurant and I saw AOC there. She worked as a bartender there, and I just looked at her. Whatever, I saw her from outside the window. I looked at her, and she's a bartender. So yeah, I don't really I don't care about AOC, man. Nickel, man, why do you keep mentioning AOC, man? You got a fetish with her or something? You stalking her? Like, is that like you have like if I went into your house, you have all these like cut out newspaper articles of AOC or something, and you have like a shrine in your house to AOC or some shit like that. I just bet, Nickel. I bet any amount of money. That's what it is with you. You have like a shrine dedicated to AOC in your house. All these like newspaper articles and shit like you see in like the movie or some shit. You're probably planning on doing something to her. No, that's constitutional stacker. AOC is Nichols porn. And you said, look at them puppies. Your crush is Nancy Pelosi. Oh my god. Did I order a scotch? Oh man, I gotta get some more scotch now. I mean, I'll just go to a liquor store, just buy something, man. Mm, I gotta get some more scotch. Yeah, that's the thing. I drink when I'm on here, and then normally I don't really drink that much at home. I drink like once or twice a month with my friends. I don't really drink that much, to be honest. Uh, nickel, nickel, nickel. What are we gonna do with you? Nickel is obsessed with that other basketball player. What's her name? Caitlin Clark. I think that's his crush. And then AOC is like a close second, or vice versa. Oh man, how do we get on this topic? but but only when Pelosi removes the teeth. What was that? I don't want. Oh, man, I thought of something so funny, but I don't want to say it because it's it's a little uh, I don't know. It's a little adult oriented, so I don't want to. I don't want to mention it. Oh my god. I should. I don't know. I don't want to say it. I thought it was something from a movie. Oh, let's just say it involves someone removing their dentures and putting a peppermint patty in their mouth. Some of you might know what movie I'm talking about. Oh man. Mm. Mm. Mentos. Oh yeah. Anyway. Uh, so what's everyone been up to lately? Mentos, the fresh maker. I remember those commercials, man. I was watching a YouTube video of commercials from the 90s. I thought it was really cool. You don't believe some of these commercials, man. Oh my god. They bring back so many memories. These commercials. something like that, Joseph. But no, no, I'm not referring to Charlie Brown and Peppermint Patty. No, this is a this is one of those coming of age movies. Um, was it Euro? No, it wasn't Euro Trip. I don't know. It's like one of those type of movies where they were traveling around the country. uh, anyways, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's a college, basically a college movie. It's one of those movies from like the early 2000s. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, one of those type movies. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I mean, I bought some silver over the weekend. I guess I'll let you. I guess I'll let you guys know. I actually bought some silver. It's only 40%, but I bought some silver Ike dollars under spot. So I should be getting those this week. I bought something at the flea market this weekend, a couple of little things. So not gonna show that right now. I did a video on that, so stay tuned this week. I'll probably release that video. Yeah, I like I like Ike's. When my parents years ago, they went to Washington D.C. and they actually I don't know, maybe it was like a seminar or lecture or something. They went to see I think it was Eisenhower's son. They got to talk to him, so that was pretty cool. Um, I mean, you'll see it. Just wait another few days, Nicole. I'll release it. Yeah, I really like the Ike design. I really love Eisenhower dollars. I have some in the brown, the brown holders. A lot of times they're double dyed. I actually did a video a while back. I should probably send those in for grading because there's actually not too many of them graded, and you could get them very cheap. Maybe like 15 bucks. And people they get them graded. They're double dyed, or they have it graded by PCGS or NGC double dyed, and people actually pay some fair amount of money for them. You could actually make some money. I actually did a video on how to make money getting Ike dollars graded. So I still actually have those Ikes. I haven't sent them in for grading. So yeah, one of these days I'm gonna do that. You have 200 Ikes. Are they clad or are they silver? Yeah, I got about 200 Ikes here too, brother. So no, but these I actually got from someone in Florida. He said when you go down there, because the area he's in, there's a lot of elderly people, and people just turn them in, when unfortunately their relatives or their, friends pass away. Um, so he pretty much gets a ton of these, and he just gave me them at like face value. And this was like maybe not more than a year or two ago. So yeah, he gets a ton of these things. He does get silver ones too, but he's just looking mostly for the errors. I mean, if he'll get a silver one, he's happy, but most of the time he's just looking for the errors, and he actually does get them graded, and he actually does make a lot of money selling them. For a coin he basically gets for free at the bank, so it's pretty cool. Clad sells for $3. Wow. I should probably reach out to him and see if he wants to send me some more my way. You know, I'll trade him. If he wants like a little piece of gold or something, if he could get me $400 in clad Ike dollars, I'll trade him. use clad Ikes for tips and sometimes to kids who haven't ever seen them. Yeah, exactly. Like, they're pretty common. I don't know why people would pay $3 for a clad Ike. You could, they made hundreds of millions of them, and I'm sure there's still hundreds of millions of them around. So I think my LCS used to sell them for like $1.25. So he did put a little bit of premium on them, but he wouldn't buy them. He basically would say like, "I'll give you just face value for that." So he basically got them for free. So it's not, I mean, for face value. So that's kind of crazy. You're talking about AOC, Nicole? Are you talking about yourself? Yeah, people ask crazy prices on eBay. I mean, it's ridiculous, eBay. And a few years ago, I would buy vintage from eBay, but I bought one bar from eBay, and it turned out to be a fake. I showed it to some people in the community, and they're like, "Oh, that thing is fake," and I'm like, "I wasn't 100% sure." Luckily, I was able to get my money back, but you really have to know um, you really have to know a lot about the bar if you're going to buy something on eBay for vintage. I would not recommend it. If it's a reputable seller who has a ton, see, that's the thing. I did buy from a seller who had a ton of feedback, but you never really know, honestly. You never really know. No comes the ding dongs. Oh, now comes, I guess. Just finished a bison burger. I know Joseph likes burgers. You ever had a bison burger, Joseph? I'm curious. You heard about that ding dong ditch? That guy who killed that kid? That's messed up, man. That's messed up. The kid was like running away, and he's like, it was just a kid. Yeah, kids do stupid things, but you don't kill someone for knocking on your door, waking you up or whatever. That's just sick. That's just a mental sickness right there. They sell anything on eBay. You would know, Nicole, right? What have you been selling on eBay, Nicole? What have you been selling on eBay? I'm curious to know. Yeah, exactly, exactly. There's some. I'm all for people's amendment, people's rights, to bear arms. Um, but at the same time, I do think there needs to be some type of mental screening involved before someone gets a firearm in their hands, because there's just a lot of crazy people out there who don't who don't function properly, and I don't think they should be allowed to carry anything. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Trigger happy. No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that, Nicole. I'm sorry. Um, you give a guy like Jeffrey Dahmer, a pew pew. No, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Well, that's true. That is true, Nicole. There should be periodic screening, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. But there should be at least maybe some type of initial screening, and maybe maybe even genetic screening to see. I don't know. I really don't know the answer, you know, but that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But if you obviously see if it's a kid, are you really do you really want to shoot a kid? You know, come on. I mean, you could obviously see it's a kid playing a prank. It's not like it's some deranged person who you're afraid is gonna like come into your house or try to rob you or something like that. You're not stupid. If you realize they're just knocking on your door and running away, you got to realize that they're not there to hurt you or rob you, if they're running in the opposite direction. So that's that's the part that, you have to look at. Was the kid coming up to the guy? Was the kid, being directly harming the person? No, they're running away. The kid was running away, and that's when he shot him, when he was running away. So it was a kid. He obviously saw it was a kid. You're not gonna look at, if it was an adult. You should be able to tell the difference between a kid and an adult. So I don't know. I don't know the facts. I don't really know all the facts of that case, but you know, some people are just trigger happy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the answer is, guys. I'm just giving you my opinion. This is why I don't really like to talk about politics, but I don't think there's one solution that fits every situation. Yeah, that's never gonna happen, Joe, because there's more pew pews than there are people in this country. So that ain't never gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, it should be used as a last resort. Exactly. In that particular instance, that guy just wanted to unalive someone, you know, for whatever reason, and it is, he got what he I think he got what he deserved. So, anyways, I don't know the answer, guys. I'm not a politician. I don't think there's one solution to fit every situation either. So I think it really depends on the person. I just think there has to be some type of screening. That's just my opinion. I don't know, Joseph. You know, they might exist. I really don't know. So, anyways, back to precious metals. So, what do you guys think is going to happen with precious metals in the next week or two? You think it's going to go up? You think it's going to go down? I really don't know what's going on. I just saw that video of $550 billion debt increase in the last 30 days, which kind of really surprised me. Um, all these central banks are now hoarding gold, which I think is directly causing the prices to go up. I don't think it has anything to do with tariffs, honestly. I think it has more to do with inflation, inflationary spending, and silver being considered a strategic what mineral or whatever it is. So that is also affecting it. I think the price of silver. There's just a lot of uncertainty right now. There's a lot of volatility in the stock markets. People are saying stocks are overpriced. Stocks are going to crash soon. Then people are hedging their bets. They want to diversify their assets now, and they're turning to something more stable, such as precious metals. So yeah, yeah, the Fed is supposed to cut the rate this time. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Trump wants the rates to go down. He thinks it's gonna boost commercial lending and increase the amount of home loans, people buying new homes, and people taking out loans and stuff because of the lower rates, and it's gonna have a trickle down effect on the economy. But I don't think I don't think that's gonna happen either. Um, I mean, you can't really use the tariffs and loan to pay off the debt. It's it's gonna make a small dent in it, but yeah, silver. Yeah, I agree. I saw that, Renee. It is gonna go up incrementally. That's what I think. There's times where it's gone up. There's been swings in the price of silver, and silver's come down. In 2008, 2012, it's gone up, come down. Um, but I honestly don't think it's gonna come down this time. I think it's just gonna keep increasing because the amount of precious metals is finite. It's just basic economics, really. So, if as long as the population of the world is increasing, the demand for precious metals is going to increase, and it's basically a fixed amount of precious metals we have on Earth. So, um, the price has to go up. There's no, it's just basic economic theory. Price is going to go up no matter what, unless we start mining asteroids, and maybe if the population goes down and the demand for precious metals somehow miraculously goes down, which I don't see happening unless we are able to convert mercury into gold, which they actually recently did. So who knows what's going to be in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. It's possible we're able to convert stuff into gold and maybe even silver. So could eventually push the prices down towards zero for gold and silver, which I think is going to happen eventually, whether we start mining asteroids and comets and stuff like that. I think that's definitely going to happen in the future. But as far as in our lifetimes, I don't think it's going to happen. Asteroids worth trillions. We can't let Trump own it. In order to help this country, we need to send more money to Ukraine. Oh man. I mean, I don't want to go. I don't want to get into that. Hey, what's going on, Ross Bobo? Good to see you. Do 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 do. Twilight Zone. I like the Twilight Zone. Silver will stand proud at 38 minimum for years to come. Okay, that's your opinion. It could happen. It really could. It's possible. Also, to have peace in this world, we need to destroy the moon, like in Star Wars. Okay, you got you got a Millennium Falcon, Joe. and some TIE fighters. You're gonna take out the moon, Joseph. The moon is the Death Star. I don't know, guys. Okay, I watch the History Channel, and they got a lot of conspiracy stuff on that channel. Some people say that the moon is hollow, and it was created by extraterrestrials because of the nature of the gravitational pull on of the moon and the earth and stuff, and it's not found anywhere else in the universe. But I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. I don't know. I do. So basically, the moon is part. Um, it really depends how you look at it. I don't. I really don't even want to get into it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, OC. Have a good night. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it soon too, because I'm just getting a little tired here. So OCD2 is OC Stacker. Okay. I thought you were talking about someone else, man. You're saying OCD. Like, who the hell has OCD? The moon is not a natural moon. You can watch my live tomorrow. What time you gonna be on, Nicole? Let everyone know so they could send their bots on your live stream. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be made from allegedly debris from the Earth, the Moon, when an asteroid hit it billions of years ago, and it was basically spiraling and basically formed that shape. They said at one time there was water on the moon, and I don't really know, guys. I just don't know what to believe. To be honest, yeah, I don't want to get into it. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. uh, how do we talk about this stuff? There was water on the moon. Yeah, there was water on the moon. Okay. I don't want to get into it. Astronomy, astrophysics freak here. Got questions? Ask me. What is the distance from the Earth to the moon? And how long will. No, I don't want to say it. Has holes from asteroid hits. Silver and gold is killing it. Let's get it. We know you want to talk AOC. No, I don't, Nicole. Why do you keep mentioning? I don't talk about her, man. Until you mention her, I don't talk about her. Why do you have a fetish with AOC, an AOC fetish, man? What's going on, Richard? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I am going to make you a moderator. I'm surprised there's no bots in here. It's probably too late. People probably sleeping. Yeah, go ask Nickel about AOC. He'll tell you all about her. Your silver can stretch to the moon and back. My pleasure, Richard. Where you from, Richard? I'm curious. You don't have to tell if you don't want to. I think you told me. I kind of forgot, but you're a good bot. uh, Yeah, I like physics. I like physics as well. I studied engineering, and I almost did a physics minor. So yeah, I like physics as well. so can so can my intestines. What? I forgot how many feet your intestines actually are. I think it's pretty significant though. It's at least 20 feet, probably more. Texas City, Texas, pure breed. Nice, nice. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the community from Texas. That's cool. That's cool. I'd love to go down there someday. Um, I got a friend who's outside of about an hour outside of Austin. I'd love to go down there, and she's in the hill country. So yeah, I don't know exactly where Texas City is, but you could look on a map real quick. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas. Oh, it's in Galveston Bay. So that you're talking like south. What was that, like southeastern part of Texas? Yeah, yeah. It's outside of Houston. Okay, okay. I see where you are now. All right, avocado. Take care. Tashango, Tromancer, MEI, Space Rider. Hey, what's going on? Where are you from? That's a weird. That's a weird name, man. Where are you from? I'm kind of curious. Yeah, we're just talking about space. We're just talking about the moon. Your brother lives in Richmond, Virginia. Where are you from, Space Rider? Longer than my name. Been halfway around the world, came back and stayed. Nice. That is awesome. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm from New York City, and I haven't been, I've been around the world. I've been to a few places, and yeah, there's no place like home, right? It always draws me back here. Wherever I go in the world, I'm always drawn back to where I'm from. MEI Space Rider, where are you from? I'm curious. I could probably just look up your name or something and figure it out. I'm really curious. I went around the world in 35 days. That's pretty cool. Did you really, Mo Silver? I bet you probably did. German? Are you from Germany? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? That's pretty cool. I'd love to do some traveling, but I got some obligations right now that are preventing me from uh, from doing some traveling. I used to go to Vegas a lot. I used to like to go to Vegas a lot, but that's pretty cool. I bet you've been some interesting places, most over. The distance from the Earth to our moon depends upon perihelion, aphelion. General mean is about 240,000 miles. Yeah, it does. Basically, the apogee and the perigee. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Our outlived all my family. Wife has me in Temple, Texas. Okay, okay. Where is Chewy when you need? Company travel card, private jet. Yeah, no, I'm not that important, Nickel. I wish. I wish. I'm not Jamie Dimon. Sorry. I don't get the VIP treatment. I could have done traveling for the job I'm at now. They offered me that option and I would have been making a lot more money, but I just can't. I have obligations to my friends and to my family that I can't leave the area right now. So, yeah. Guys, I found a guy that makes cool content, Shining Times, Precious Metals. Yeah, drop his link. Drop his link. Half an hour up the road from Austin. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not that far. Yeah, she's about an hour west of Austin, so yeah, Egypt the most. Tanzania. Wow, you've been a lot of places, most over. That's pretty cool. I'd love to go to Egypt. I'd love to see the pyramids at Giza, Luxor. I'm sure you've been there as well. That's awesome. Tanzania. Yeah, I heard it, they have a lot of zebras and elephants, I'm sure. Maybe some lions you might have seen. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I know there's a lot of game hunting in Tanzania, unfortunately. You know, people still do that. They pay big money for that in Tanzania. Oh, we got avocado to 50. Let's get almost 50, 49. Tanzanite. I'm sure that's where it's from, Nickel. Tanzanite's beautiful. Watch my Tanzanite video. I'll have to maybe check it out. I don't know. I don't go to your channel, Nickel. I hate to tell you. You ever wonder why I don't go to your channel? You ever wonder why I don't comment on your channel? you got you gotta you gotta stop talking about AOC, man. You gotta cool put the brakes on AOC, okay? Just don't talk about her anymore. Yeah, Luxor. I could imagine. I could imagine. I'd love to go there. I'd love to go there, man. That would be amazing to go there. There's so many places I want to go, man. Oh my god. One of these days. One of these days. uh, yeah, I've been to a country you probably never heard of. So. But sitting in my trailer in St. Augustine, Texas, visiting my oldest daughter and my granddaughter and the two great grandchildren. Wow, that's really nice. That's really great, Richard. You know, that's what life's all about, spending time with loved ones. You know, that's the most important thing to me in life. Tanzanite is beautiful, but not from QVC. I'm double blessed. Yes, you are. You are very blessed to have that many generations of family members to be able to be alive to see that. That is definitely a blessing. All right, guys, it's getting pretty late here. You know, it's a little bit after 3 in the morning, so I think I'm gonna call it quits. Thank you all who came in tonight. I really appreciate it. All of people who have stood throughout the entire time. I want to give an extra special thank you to. A little bit tired right now, so I'm just gonna go to bed. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I always say, guys, stack that gold. And we are out. guys.